Hi, I'm Luz Dubé, and I love to talk about movies 24/7. I've been fascinated with films as long as I can remember, and I upload weekly. Today I'm going to be talking about the original 1996 horror movie Scream. It's about Ghostface hunting down Sidney Prescott and her friends for the first time. It stars Nev Campbell, David Arquette, Courtney Cox, Jamie Kennedy, Rose McGowan, Skeet Ulrich, Matthew Lillard, uh, Drew Barrymore, Roger L. Jackson as the voice of Ghostface, and many other great actors. It's written by Kevin Williamson, and it's directed by Wes Craven. All right, now I want to give you guys a heads up. This will be a spoiler review. I will be talking about the killers and other details from the movie. So if you have never watched this, go ahead and watch the movie and come back to this review. I highly recommend it. It's one of my favorites. All right, I'm going to start talking about the positives. I love the opening scene. It gets straight to the point with Ghostface calling Casey Becker. He starts talking nicer at first, and it quickly turns sinister. The scene is very creepy, scary, and suspenseful. It could be a short film by itself. It's amazing. All the opening scenes in the franchise are awesome, but this is the best one in my opinion and the most memorable. It sets things up very well in the movie. And it was actually, I don't know if you guys knew this, it was actually Drew Barrymore's idea to be killed in the opening scene. She was originally supposed to play Sydney, but she thought it would be a great way to subvert expectations if she got killed in the opening scene. And she's right. It was a great call, and she did an amazing job in this opening scene. It's very again intense. It's brutal. Her death is brutal. It's very scary and emotional. The acting in this movie is all top notch. Um, all the actors do a great job with the emotional scenes and the comedic moments. I love the main trio. Sidney Prescott, Gail Weathers, Dewey Riley. They're my favorite horror trio. They do David Arquette, Courtney Cox, and Nev Campbell do a phenomenal job in this movie. All top-notch actors. And Skeet Ulrich and Matthew Lillard are great as codes. They play great psychopaths. As a kid, my favorite was Randy, the movie nerd. I love his character. Just like amazing characters all around. Just like really well written, very funny. Just a great group of friends. I think that there's a very well acted and excellent characters. Wes Craven is my favorite, one of my favorite horror directors. I thought he did a phenomenal job directing this movie. He's very subtle. He he doesn't spoon feed the audience. He does things very it's very subtle. He like goes with the red herrings, things in the background, how characters react to certain things or certain like sound effects. Very well done. And it makes for great rewatches. I watched the movie so many times, and I always notice something different, which is awesome. I love when I can do that with movies. The writing of this movie is amazing. Kevin Williamson did a great job. He's one of my favorite horror writers. He did, I Know What You Did Last Summer, The Faculty. He recently did Sick. He's a great horror writer. He directed 3 of the Scream movies. And I think he really knows how to blend horror and comedy very well. This is not a horror comedy, just set things straight. It's a horror that's blended with comedy, if that makes sense. And it's one of the best horror blended comedies I ever seen. Probably, I would say the best. I mean, because it's super well done, and this movie is very meta. A lot of people don't know this is kind of like the first big meta movie. Like that wasn't a common thing in the '90s. It's very popular now, but Scream kind of kicked that off. A lot of people don't. I don't think give it credit for that. That was like one of the first popular meta movies. And I think it really blends the meta commentary, the horror, and the comedy super well. It's very impressive. This movie is super intense from beginning to end. All the Ghostface scenes are very good. And also the flow of this movie is perfect. It's from beginning to end. It flows. Everything should be there. Everything is cut. It's never boring. The runtime is just what it needs to be. It doesn't. It doesn't. It's not too long, not too short. I think it's the perfect runtime for this kind of movie. Um, I love the tension at the end. I'm going to talk to you about the end and um, the killers. Billy and Stu are amazing reveals. I remember seeing it for the first time. I guessed Billy, but I guess I both, but I was surprised that there's two killers. I thought it would be one of them, and it ended up being both. So I remember seeing that first time and being so surprised that there's two killers. So I love that. Um, and the ending is so good. It's so intense, and creepy, but so funny. That's like I said, like it blends the horror and comedy super well, which is not easy to do. It goes from them just you're fearing for Sidney, and then you're laughing because they're so like crazy and ridiculous. So I absolutely love their performances and ending. It's super intense, creepy, and extremely funny at this time because scenes were improv, where Stu's character is hit by the phone by Billy, which was an accident, and he has that improv line, which I can't say because it involves language, strong language. Yeah, it's such an amazing ending. It's super, super, super intense. I remember watching the first time being on the edge of my seat, and I watched this movie so many times. Like I said, it's top three horror movies for me easily. It's so amazing. I just love this story. I love whodunit murder mysteries. It's one of my favorite part of watching Scream movies. Besides the characters, and I just love guessing who the killers are and what's gonna happen, if I got it right or if I got it wrong, and the motives. It's always fun. Even rewatching, I still love like the little subtle hits that they're the killer and all that. It's always fun. It's such a fun franchise. And I will be reviewing every single Scream movie leading up to Scream 6, by the way. I'm super excited to do so. I'm excited for Scream 6 and seeing Kirby come back. I don't have any negatives with this movie. I love it. It's an A+ movie for me. I'd give this one an A+. I absolutely love it. I want to tell you guys a quick story before I wrap up the review. So the first time I watched this movie, I rented it from Family Video, and you know how sometimes the DVD skip. So if you guys remember that at the end where Billy takes the gun from Gail, and he said this is Gail when they're signing off. The movie actually skipped to the very end, like straight to the credits, like seamlessly. I don't know what happened, but it was weird. So for like a couple seconds, I thought that was the ending of the movie. So I was like, what? Even at 9 out of 10, I was like, nah, that can't be right. So I went back to scene selection. I was like, I saw there's more in the movie. I was like, oh, okay. Then I saw the actual ending. That I was much happier with the actual ending. So there's a funny story for you guys. But again, I absolutely love this movie. It's a phenomenal horror movie. Great comedy, great meta commentary, great acting, great writing, great directing. Great everything. It's just a perfect horror movie, in my opinion. I absolutely love it. Definitely watch this one if you never have. It's amazing. I'm excited to talk to you guys about the rest of the movies. Thank you guys so much for watching. You have a great day and take care. Bye.